Okay, so I've created a form that's actually going to allow the user to enter in their zip code, and basically it's going to allow them to enter in their radius, and then it will calculate based on the zip code and how many zip codes are inside that radius, a price per radius to charge them. So like for here, let's just say they've got 50 cents per zip code. Well, that's fine, but let's say the next customer actually wants to charge $1.50 per zip code. So I actually could probably make this dynamic too, which I know I can, but just to show you the example, we may do that as well. But let's go back and let's just save this, and now let's enter our form, and we'll see how this works. Let's see here. So to get your form, of course, you have to create your form first. I've already created the form. I've called it Lock My Local. So this is the form here. And any of the fields that you want the end user to be able to update, you just need to add a parameter name. And so like right here, the price per zip code, the default is 50 cents. Of course, we're going to make it $1.50. I didn't want the customer to have to come in here and do this. And also, some of these forms have 4 fields or more that need to be updated by the user, and so it's a lot easier this way to have a settings page. So let's say I've got a parameter name, refer, and you can make that whatever you want. And so now that we've got a parameter in here, we've got it check marked. Now we go down to pods or tool set, either one you want to use. I've got both as an example. Here's tool sets, and basically I just created a user field in tool set, and in pods I went in here and I extended user. So basically click on that, see what it's called, zip code pricing 2. So that's the name that we're going to put an equal sign to that parameter. So basically you create your form just like you already have a form ready, and then you have the values that maybe are unique to that customer. Each customer may vary. So on the user profile, once you create, say this, it's going to show up on their user profile. And if you have a plugin that integrates with user profiles and whatnot, you may have a front end page that has this information already on it. So let's see here. Down here, more fields. This is going to be the pods. Of course, I got 1, and then of course on tool set I've got 3 zip code price. So I could use either one of these. We're going to change it to $1.50, so it really doesn't matter. So we're going to change this one to $1.50. So let's just do that real quick. And if you had a front end, profile page, you could do it there. So $1.50, and let's just, by chance, let's just go ahead and change this one too. We can show you both. Numeric data. That's interesting. Doesn't allow decimal. And this one does. That's just one of the settings in the custom field. So let's update it. Now I've got $1.50 set to the custom field, and so let's go to the front end, visit the site, add the form. One easy way to add the form, if you don't know how to write the shortcode for the Gravity form, you should have a add form. There it is. Add form shortcode. Select your form. Select My Local. I don't want to display. I don't. And we can do Ajax. That's fine. Insert form. So here's your Gravity form here. Let's just copy that. And now let's go back to the front page. And we're going to insert it right here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to use this field value, refer, and then equals. And this part right here is where we're going to click to add the dynamic data. So let's go ahead and add the form. And I'm going to do it with a heading module. Sometimes you have to enter it twice. Maybe enter the form shortcode first. You'll see it there. Go ahead and save it. See, the form shows up nice. What it's going to do now, it's going to be the 50 cents. So let me just go ahead and save this so you can see. Because right now it's only using the form default value. There's nothing telling it to use anything else. So if we went in here and we actually entered a zip code, let's do one I know, 35611. I think there's like 130 zip codes or so around that. 50 radius. Do next. 69. So yeah, 50 cents, 130. 139 zip codes, so that'd be just about right. And if my math is off, I'm sorry. So it's still using the default 50 cent value. So we want to change that. So let's go back. And what we have to do is go into Builder and make that calculation dynamic. And to do that, we just click on it. And sometimes this updates fairly easy, and sometimes it does not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click in here inside the bracket. Well, try to. Right there. We're going to put field values equals refer equals. And I actually used refer as my parameter, but you would put whatever your parameter is. So again, we're right here. Here, let's paste that field value, and you can kind of see it here. Refer equals. Go ahead and put your apostrophe on the end, and click in here, and let's add that value. See if I've done it right. And I had two of them. Current user. I had zip code pricing and I had zip code pricing 2. So let's just use zip code pricing 2. And I think that's the one I changed to $1.50. And if this works, it will update here. And you see, well, 2. So that's actually that's interesting. But let's change that to zip code pricing. Zip code price. Let's see what that equals. Maybe I named it different. Well, we'll use the zip code pricing too, since that one's working. Should see the 2 again. Okay. Now, and you see it override, or I guess overwritten, overwrote. There you go. My code. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna save. I'm going here again. I'll try it again. Sometimes it's just a little funky. So you click in there. Add my apostrophe. Click in there. And add my custom field. Insert, maybe that. And zip code pricing to, and look, see, it did it that time. So it actually captured it all in there. The form should show up once I hit save. Not save as, sorry. But the form did show up though. Now let's see if it actually changed. There it is. So in the actual code, I mean, once you get to using this, it's a short code within the short code. It's WPBB site. I think it's a semicolon or a colon, user _ meta key, zip code, whatever your parameter name is, and then current. So let's just save that. Now let's save publish changes. It's saying it's 2 right now. So what I'm going to do is we'll try it out. Screen printer, and it was 35611. 50 miles. Before it was $69.50. So this one it should be probably like $260 or something like that. Let's see, $278. So it worked. So we changed the price, and basically now that we have it set up to be dynamic, we can go back and make sure we have this. The number is probably rounding is what it is. And I'll just have to go in there to my pods and user data. But sorry for this video being so long. If you have plans of using this, it would be beneficial. Oh, I did put 2, or actually rounded it up. So, you know, let's change it to 1. Let's just see how many zip codes are in that area. And so change it to 1, and this could be on the profile page again. So now that's updated, we'll go back to the form, visit the site, and let's try it out. So we should get only $1 per zip code, which should be about 139 or 139 zip codes. Boom. So it works out great. Now let's just check and see if we can make this dynamic too. Which we ought to just be able to copy and paste that field into this area. And save some of that headache of trying to select. Right there. Copy that. Cancel. Let's go in here and see if we can put that in there. Price is $150. Now let's do price is money sign, and let's see if that shows us the price. $1 per zip code. All right. Publish changes. So now it's dynamic here and it's dynamic in the form. Now that I think is pretty cool, especially once we do a profile page, and you can, in pods you can group your user forms or whatever forms you want to do. You don't have to make it a user meta field. You can make it whatever you want, as long as you make the form to where the user can get to it on the profile page. Again, apologize for the long video. I'm not the video guy. So I hope this helps. If you have any more questions, I'll be glad to try to show you or help out any way I can.